Hey there guys, editing Pexy back at it again for you. The shell's empty and so is mine. Your librarian still has an existential crisis. But yeah, welcome to the second episode with me. First we're gonna start off by going up. Am I going directly to Osmos? Yeah. I think I'm going to the Celestial Bay and jumping down. Yep. Anything over here? No secret passages, I hope. No. Nope. If I got there. Because I am looking for this again. It so looks like that white block. Looks like that's a secret like passage that you can open from the other side or something. I've been trying to figure out how to get there. Alright. We at home. And are at the top of the observatory. Our arrival is a gift keeper. Please, the eye awaits. And let's not keep Asma waiting.
MIO, my dearest companion.
Asma.
How I missed you. It feels lonely here on my own, among the stars. Look, just out of
The
sight.
promised land.
We had our chance, but we couldn't seize it. And now, this world, our made-up home. Clear is fighting for it. I can see her pulse flickering. She needs our help, our essence, our voices. It is time we leave our shells and join her. Go, my dear. Save the heart. I miss her.
Lowering my head points in tribute. That's all I can do. But I wish I could do so much more for Asma. I like her so much. And that was... I'm tearing up a little bit again. But I was totally crying when I saw that the first time. Also, it was beautiful as an animation choice to have the rings around Asma function like eyelids at the end there. I'm trying to see if I can get up there. Maybe there's something secret hidden there. To the door. Gosh darn it. Anything here? Any chance here? Go around? Up? Okay, yeah, that's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing, right? Yeah, yeah, I can't even stand on that ledge up there. Okay, let's see up here. We go on the elevator. No? No, that's just a place I've been to, right? Yeah. Yeah. What was that section? So the question is there potentially anything that leads further up? Question is, do I want to do a platforming again? Not really. Although the chances that there would be a secret passage on these walls specifically was pretty slim. Okay, so if I go, I can save here. Take the elevator up and check the walls up there. If there was any secret I've missed. Let's wait for gratitude to kick in. There we go. There was something, probably crystal sneaker or something. Okay. But no further passage. That really limits the choices. There's no way we can open that. It's also entirely possible that there is nothing. I mean, spoiler alert, this is nothing. This is just drawn in for the platform. I know that now. But back then I didn't know it. I'm just trying to comment this as if I didn't know yet that that was absolutely nothing. Well, in my defense, some of the places that had breakable walls in between that created shortcuts also had a section that looked like this. For example, the ones in the canopy, you can see them, or a couple others. Like those were walls that could be broken and where you could traverse through. But that's my excuse for thinking this might be a secret and there might be a way to come out of this place. Or enter it somehow. Alright. I mean, if you look at the map, there's really not any places. I mean, up to the observatory? That is a long shot. Okay. The question is, am I missing anything else? Do I see anything else interesting on the map where I missed a room? Or where it looks like I could progress somewhere? Okay, the pathways. Where are we going? Promenade, rejected. I mean, the big thing that's left is the third elevator. That is still a big mystery, and it's a risk going there. I was really worried because it just takes so potentially long. To get down, get up, check the paths. And the last time I tried getting that third elevator, like it always seemed like I was missing something. Like I tried arranging the elevators in a way that the shuttles, like basically that, there would be a shuttle at the bottom, because I knew that there's a shuttle at the bottom of that last elevator shaft. It would have an elevator. Like I would have a top where there isn't a shuttle, and I would just be able to call it up and go down. But that's basically what I was trying to play with the placement of the shuttles, but that didn't work. But yeah, going down here also made me remember, of course, the platforms we have there. Yeah, well, I wanted to see. I was experimenting with the placement of the shuttle again to see if the shuttle would stay down. Now it returns up immediately. So I was still trying to wanting to see if I can make it work. That I can have one place, one of the elevator shafts where there has a shuttle at the bottom and no shuttle at the top, so I can turn them in a way that I would have that third elevator shaft that has been inaccessible to me so far, where I know the shuttle's at the bottom, and I thought I needed to manage to have a place at the top where there's no shuttle, but that never worked. Okay, so I know I tried to climb this in the past and failed. I also didn't see a huge reason to at the time. Yeah, we'll see. I think at that point I had an idea. I have to admit it's been a while since I recorded this. Not only that I'm regretting that I couldn't record, that I plugged in the mic and started recording my commentary immediately after beating someone Finn. But so it's a little hard to reconstruct my thought process on this. Yeah, basically I was wondering, okay, why can do we have these platforms that allow us to climb up here at the promenade entrance? Go. But still wanted to try and go and see if I can make it work that I have a shuttle at the bottom and none at the top. Because at the promenade, the shuttle immediately returned back up, but here, surprisingly, it doesn't. You can walk away and it technically is still there. I try going away further. No, I can see the shuttle is still there. Okay, let's go to the hand and try and roll. Okay, going back. See, I was testing it in steps. Seeing when would the shuttle reset. Or could I make it after all that it didn't reset and stayed at the bottom? Because that was the solution to this puzzle that I had in mind. The shuttle's at the bottom now. Again, no, it's not. No shuttle above to call. So now we have one place with two shuttles, this with none, and one that functions properly. Okay, looking at the map. Yeah, so we are connected to the place in Metropolis where I couldn't open the door. It had to be opened from the other side. Promenade entrance is now connected at the bottom with the other, with the one I want. There should be a shuttle at the top and one at the bottom, so that's blocked. I don't reckon my brain. How can I do this? And of course now I know how to do it. Just wondering how long do it take to figure it out? Let's see. Has a stroke of genius hit yet? Alright, if we look at the map now. We're now above the like below the promenade. Calling a shuttle. I'm trying to see if there's anything up there. No, nothing to climb here. No shuttle above to call. But we can climb. Yep. And this should be connected to the place I couldn't open. So the stroke of genius has hit. Climb up there. So that is the solution to make these climbs. That is, I think, the toughest one over them all. That's a pretty tight one. That'll take me a couple tries. I even debate if it's possible. This is a really tight jump. Oh, I almost made it there. So I was really debating if that is possible at all. But then again, there's the question: why have that platform over on the other side if it's not possible? You know? Why have that? Yeah. If this. And the question is, of course, I was not sure at that point if I made the right call. Not quite. Oh, so close. So close. All the way up, as far as you can, and then just jump. We made it. Basically the same strategy. There we go. And now we'll see if there's more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's more. There's more platforms. So that is the solution to the puzzle. Okay, careful on the ice, careful on the ice. Ah, the camera is zoomed and it's hard to see what do you have on the other side. Okay, I think I'm debating jumping to the other side to see, but I was afraid of losing my progress. Will I then do it on kind of accident? When I get back. Okay. Okay, but I'm very far up. Careful, careful. Okay, that's the next platform. Question is just... Or should you really... Oh, oh, yeah, okay, okay, got it. Okay. Oh, almost. Oh, okay. Almost there. And... Oh! Made it! And we've already found the overseer Waltz Shuttle. I vaguely remember finding that somewhere in Redacted. Oh, amazing. Nothing here, just a blocked passage. But of course, now we kind of tune here. And now that bastard is in the pathways. So we can easily come back here through the pathways. Like, turn the vessel again. Align the elevators correctly. And... explore the last place. Alright, the door is opened. That's just a little extra. Since again, we have the pathways. Alright. I'm probably debating what I want to do. Yeah, since I have to turn the vessel anyway, I have to go back to the hand. No shuttle above the car, of course. Yeah. Oh, this is very exciting. Nope, that was wrong. Calm down. Almost feels a little bit like torture. to after so many hours of thinking, oh, how do I get there? To now finally have the solution, have it unlocked, but now having to go and realign things so that it can actually go and get there to the place you want to go. But yeah, so one last trip back. To the left and the hand. The 240 alignment is the one we initially had. Not all ducks are in a row. And I can move my reward. Okay, it's landing me at the spine. That's not the worst place. Basically, I just wanted to get to an overseer in the above, in the network above, when the pathway is above, since they're in a separate part of the vessel, you have separate overseer pathways, networks. So it was really, I was so giddy and just excited that I was like, get me to an overseer as fast as possible, get me upstairs as fast as possible. I want to go to that third place and finally explore that. Hey guys! Hello, she. Just passing through, don't mind me, I'm on a mission. I'm a woman on a mission. And now the big moment. God, is that handy. Overseer pathways are so convenient. Especially in a situation like this, but also in many other situations. There's some really convenient fast travel. Of course, can we... No, we don't have anything to call the shuttle upstairs, right? Nope. Just jump down again. Thank God there's no fall damage in this game. Can you tell I was a little impatient? Spamming down dash. And here we are. Yes, unlock the shuttle. Ooh, okay. What is this? What is this? Ooh, big guy. The Crucible production line. Turn down. Tomo, Keeper of the Blood. We found Tomo after all. After all this time. MIO? Of all units, I didn't expect to meet you here. This place is dangerous. You should go back to the Celestial Bay. Unless, I think I understand who sent you. These modifications on your frame. Only Sam's could have pulled them off. The other Sam's, it was only a matter of time before I found my notes and went after me. I guess there's no keeping him away after all. Alright, I face it. He deserves as much. But I'm not backing away. Whatever he says, I'm so close to figuring out what's wrong with the Crucible. The decay rate of the pearls in production is too high, you see. My best guess is to check the gloom water conditions of the inlet. Or maybe it's something to do with the crystallization process. Either way, both need to be double checked, but as I said, it's a very dangerous place. I'm not even sure how to get these reports myself. Your help will be appreciated, of course. But it's not your responsibility. I won't force you. Tomo, finally! Are you hurt? Do you need repairs? I'm fine, Samsk. It's good to see you. I missed you too. Then why didn't you tell me anything? I was worried sick about you. What if the heart's tremors had got you? We have a lot of catching up to do, it seems. MIO, please, could you leave us some space? Oh, sure. I'm gonna leave you two guys alone. Okay, then we're not gonna go through that door. That's locked from the other side, I'm afraid. Yeah, nothing there, it seems. To be honest, I can read that. I was afraid to learn that you had two conveyors would let you know. I wouldn't stand letting you in the dark. But how? From what I've seen, once the case it's in, it takes over your functions so fast. Is it a challenge? Because if you think I'll be a mere system corruption win that easily, then you don't know me at all. I'll let a mere system corruption win that easily. Anything more you guys say? Okay, I'm just waiting for them more dialogue to pop up, and also while we do that, we can have a look at the background of the crucible working. So we have a core. Yes, Samsk. I know what happened. I felt it. I don't want to talk about it. But hush now. I'm not angry that it had to happen. If that's what you feel, just sad. I wish I were there for him. I understand. Probably about Liho. The blood. Tomo is heap of the blood after all. So yeah, creation of pearls in the background. See, going back and forth. Samsk, at least let me try and protect my own kind, please. I look responsible for what's happening at every and all units. They aren't the travelers. I know that, but I can't do nothing either. I failed so many people once already. What happened wasn't your fault. You were with them until the very end. You didn't fail them. MIO, Sam just told me what happened to Asma. I didn't know. I'm so sorry for your loss. Any more dialogue from you guys? Let's try it once more. Okay, I'll go down here. Okay. I can save here, that's good. And that's the map, okay. Two closed doors to either side and a bunch of paths. Since you're here, at least give me a hand. You have several to spare. I'd love to, Tom, but I'm not sure what I can do for you right now. You used to work for the hand. You must know how the crucible is supposed to function. That's exactly why I can't see anything wrong. There has to be something. A glitch somewhere in the system. If you say so. Double checking on that door. Locked from the other side, yeah. And since it is locked, it's easier to get up into the ceiling, or at least attempt to. And look for secrets. They are really sneaky in this game with their secrets after all. Alright then. Yeah. Okay. Then let's try this. So we have to do some platforming again, eh? Alright, let's time this right. And that was not timed right. Need reality to kick in. Alright. Let's go. Okay. Got it. Okay, grabbed. And there we go. Up to this point, I haven't edited out a lot of the recording so far. I think just 1 or 2 failed attempts at these early segments. Well, let me tell you, I edited out a lot of the rest. Like the remainder of this section should be around 20 minutes. It was initially an hour and a half. So I edited out a full hour of failed attempts. I hope the cuts aren't too visible. If you see them, I left some failed attempts in, like this. So that because I don't want to pretend, even if I say that I did anything of this first try. But I was also like, okay, hey, you don't have to watch me for an hour and a half to try and platform this out. So that was one I got relatively easily. Like this was a section that I didn't struggle too much. The next one is one where I had to edit out a bunch of failed attempts. Okay, trying to watch the timing and failing the first time around. I think that was a natural second attempt. Yeah. Let's hit this. I'm trying to get this, but fail. There were a lot of attempts, if I remember from the editing, where I failed at that first part where I fell into the water all the time. And then a couple where at the end I was grabbed by the red plants. But yeah, I struggled with the first part of the section more. Let's see. Natural first attempt. Got pretty far. But I know I had to cut out a lot of attempts where exactly this happened. I had this happen a lot. This exact thing. This exact corner where the plants would get me. And I got here. I have to hit it and fail. That's the first time I ever got that to that place, so I wasn't fully prepared on how to proceed there. Yeah, I think the cuts are pretty smooth. Also with the music, it loops really well. And that one, and make this. Alright. Okay, so I see a platform down there, and I'm gonna check it out in case there is something, even if it's just specialized nigger. But there's nothing here. First attempt. Bomb. That really was a natural first attempt, there was no cuts there. That was actually a really good first try. Just checking them up to see, to kind of guess how far in I am and how much further it's gonna be. Try and guesstimate how many more rooms I have to traverse until it loops back to one of the closed doors, a basin. Luckily, with gratitude, I don't need it right now. Like, gratitude is an absolute must for platforming sections, especially ones like these. I mean, yeah, even if you have to wait until it reloads your shield every time. It's still worth, like, it saves you so much. Like, if you die there, I had that happen in the Gloom Water Reservoirs, and the way I edited out a lot of the Gloom Water Reservoirs. I edited out like an hour and a half of the platforming there. Especially before I put on gratitude. Like I tried that a lot before I put on gratitude, Jesus Christ. And wasted a lot of time there. Just having to die and start over, like from the very beginning, over and over again, is so frustrating. So yeah, gratitude is an absolute must for these. The one's coming back with these platforming sections. Yeah, I really have to wait until the liquid is at the top and then follow it down to have enough time to go around. Okay, so let's see if I can catch up with it. This sound a little more. Something's going down. Also, it's really cool how well the music loops. Like, I really only I always cut from the respawn animation. I didn't know additional editing for the music and stuff. I think so far you barely notice the cuts. So the music loops extremely well. And we made it. I don't remember how many, but at least a couple minutes of attempts I cut there. But that wasn't the biggest one. Now the next section. On that next section I edited out a lot. That took me like, I don't know, 20-25 minutes total. I think. Natural first attempt. I always left the natural first attempt in. Trying to move the camera and try and see what I have lying up ahead so that I'm somewhat prepared for the movement. It's always something that gets me in these platforming sections that you don't really know what's coming, and then you have to adapt at a second's notice, or, you know, in a long section. And if you then don't make the right move, you restart. Oh yeah, lost some... I don't know if I left the attempt in where I lost the health, but yeah. Lost a little bit of health occasionally, because I was too impatient to wait for gratitude. Or I thought gratitude already spawned and I forgot about waiting. But yeah, so that was a little bit the thing. Always waiting for gratitude to come back on. And then waiting for the liquid to be at the top. Okay. First time I made it here. Now what? The liquid's coming back and I have to stay here. You speedrun this. Do it. Hit this. And this jump. Ah, this jump. That jump in particular at the end there. For some reason, I got hit by the red plants so many times. I always hit those. So yeah, I mean, you can see that this first section is going really smoothly. That I've already done this multiple times by the time. And that's really, I think, how you mostly... that was... I've edited out a bunch of attempts. What fun. Yeah, really, it was like, I don't know, like a dozen attempts for just that final part of the section because I messed up that one jump so many times. I almost got grabbed by once. Okay. Going again, natural first attempt. Waiting for the liquid. Learned my lesson from the last section. And we go down. Okay. Bombs all the way. Get it. Hairpin. Don't quite make it. Okay, that was very lame. Oh! Now you notice something in the music. Okay, the first time you noticed the cut in the music. But yeah, it worked super well up on this point. And there we got it. And the naked base is fantastic. As you can see, I lost a little bit of health because of my impatience, as I already told you guys about. Looking for secrets, and we go on there. Okay, no liquid going up and down. Okay, cool. Okay, again, this is a natural first attempt. Checking around. And wanted to go back. Nope, nope, I can't get back out. And this is the last section of this platforming thing. That in itself, oh my god, I think I cut out like a half an hour of failed attempts of this section. This part killed me a couple times. Like this specific place. Just because sometimes I had trouble that I wouldn't move the striders to the correct place in a timely manner. And also this section isn't really that hard once you get used to it. There's just a couple places where it's a little tight. You have to be careful when you move your striders. Like, this jump is a little tight, but not too bad. And yeah, that was the first time I got there. This thing. Oh, got it. Well, there goes my extra health from the gratitude. What? No. Oh. I was really close. So desperate to time this right. Oh, and lucky that I didn't get grabbed by the red tendrils there. Oh, and we made it. Holy moly, we made it. Okay. Any gaps in the wall? I mean, there's a couple gaps in the wall, but none I can go through. Download data report. Data analysis in progress. Analysis complete. Report transfer done. Crucible report. Purified catalyst status. An unintelligible document full of chemical analysis of bloom water. It will take an expert to decipher this. Like that is not an item that shows up in my inventory. Guess we just go check out different secrets, because you never know in this game. And that's the first locked door. Unlocked. Back to the shuttle and to Tomo. You made it! I must say Samson and I were a little worried to know you were surrounded by so much gloom water. Anyway, let me take a look at the results. Well, the gloom water here is so pure it could be nacre, which makes sense when you think about it, doesn't it? Does it? Gloom water nacre? But then it means that the decay is not coming from an outside like agent is by the odds. It comes from the structure of the pearls itself. How is it possible? I don't think that. The crystallization process must be responsible. I bet we'll find there's a total fatal flaw in the mechanism. Well, if you say it, Homo. Any more dialogue you guys have for me? Nope. Okay. Then I will go back down here and say goodbye. This is the last you'll hear of me, of editing Pexy. Or am I looking at the map? Okay, okay, maybe a little bit more. But I can already think about it. I think I explore the path down a bit, but I'm not really getting far because I can't progress there. Ah, but I find the overseer. That was funny to find you down there, so close to your roots. So yeah, I'm ready to say goodbye. I hope it wasn't too crazy to have 2 episodes with me instead of normal live commenting Pexy. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I preemptively wish you a wonderful rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy throwing my head against the wall that is this gloom the big gloom water, part of gloom water, unsuccessfully for a bit until end the recording session. So yeah, see you then. See you next episode. I mean, bye.